Editor Newware here. Listen, you guys, these video interviews are long. And to be fair, all of them are long. I mean, I've had ones that were an hour to 4 hours long. So I'm breaking them up. However, I couldn't tell you how many videos this particular interview is going to be in, but I try to break them up between 20 and 30 minutes. So I'll leave a link in the description for the playlist for this interview, as well as the sequence in which this interview video is. I hope you guys enjoy, so let's just hop right back into it. Welcome back to Chocolate Espresso Podcast. I'm your host, Thomas Newware, whatever floats your fancy. Again, back at the interviews. I love doing them. It's my favorite time of the year, favorite time of the day, favorite time of the month. Not exactly in that order, but you know what I mean. Guess what? Look, I know you guys hate it, but I have to say it. Because we're starting off and I want to be the best in Minnesota, then best in the world. But you got to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do it, guess what? I'll love you just as much as that light switch that always seems to always unflip itself. You know, the one in your house that somehow is always on, but then you flip it again and it's off, but it's like the other light switch down at the stairs or the other side of the room where, it's always oscillating between the two. And you know what I mean, right? At some point, the light switches were up and then now you flipped one down and it's just annoying. But if you don't like and share and subscribe, you're that other side of the light switch. You just want them both to be up and both to be down, but while you can't, that's not how the circuits work. But listen, I have a very beautiful person here, somebody who's very special, another family member, someone who's truly is blessed. And you know what I always say, right? I can't introduce them any better than they can introduce themselves. So I'm gonna pass the microphone and let them go ahead.
Well, hello, my name is Gloria. I work with life insurance. And I know that's something that a lot of people don't understand how important it is. We run away from it because we think, oh no, something's going to happen. Well, trust me, that's not what happens with life insurance. So at this time, I just want to find out if this is something that our young people need to do. Yes, a lot of young people don't understand. It's very important that you start out with life insurance at a very young age while you're nice and healthy, strong, and no smoking and no drinking, none of that. Just be a healthy person. So if you start early, you won't have to worry about any of that. And the price will be staying very, very low.
So lots of questions, lots of amazing questions. Trust me, this is a good one because this is something that a lot of people, and we'll talk about this later, it's something a lot of people don't think about. Out of sight, out of mind, as I always say, right?
Yes.
As you guys know, or about to find out if you're new here, I like to jump right into it. And trust me, they're softball questions, but these questions are going to be some of the most important questions and some of the most important answers you're going to come across. So let's begin, right?
Yes.
So what exactly do you do for work?
Well, I am an agent. I work inside the field. I go out in the field constantly every day, meeting with clients one-on-one, people we already have on our books, and we go and meet new people, young people from ages 18, and then we go up to the older members to 60, and then even older. So we reach out to almost everyone to make sure they're covered. We want to make sure you leave a legacy behind for your family members and your friends come around and they're like, well, what about me? So we want to support them. We even try to get babies as soon as they're born after 7 days. They also are covered. So as young people, this job is an opportunity for you. We want you to come in as soon as you get out of high school, come into our job. We offer an opportunity for you. You come in, you learn about the program. You can take tests, prepare yourself. Once you pass, you can get licensed. Once you get your license, you can sell insurance. But before that, they will definitely walk you through a lot of the steps of what it takes to sell life insurance. So you may want to come in and get to learn more about our company and what we do.
So I know we were talking the other day and you mentioned about this test, right?
Yes.
So I remember you saying you don't necessarily need a college degree to get into the field, but you do have to take this test. And this test, exactly. How you said it was really hard. Can you walk me through that?
Well, one thing is the good part, you don't have to finish college. You don't even have to go to college to come, like he said. But the important piece is there's so many different things in life insurance, so many options for people to apply to get insurance that they want to make sure you understand insurance very well. So you got to take that test. And that test is not as simple as people think it is because It's going to test you, your mind, your spirit. You want to make sure you're well rested. So when you take it, you pass it, and then you can move forward. But the office that I'm at, they're going to give you that opportunity, and they'll explain even deeper understanding of what that test is about. So don't be afraid. Even if you say you have test problems, come in and try it anyway. You'll be amazed at how far you can get in our company. And that test, you don't have to just take it one time. If you make a mistake, they'll have you take it again. There is a small fee, but it's not that big of a fee. So come on in, try it out, see if this is an opportunity for you. Because if you start young, you'll be amazed at how much you make over the years. So give yourself that opportunity, come in, talk to us, and we'll be able to help you.
So is your position more commission based? Is it hourly rate?
Yes, it's commission based. So the more people you sell insurance to, the more you make on your commission. I can't really go into deep detail how it works because there's different commissions for different policies and different options. We offer term insurance and we offer whole life. So term is what they call temporary insurance. You get that when you're young. It's a beautiful thing to have. Something happened to you, at least you're covered. So we at our company ask you to change from term to whole life the next year because we build credits for you. Not every company do this, but this is an opportunity at the company that we're at. But you can apply at other life insurance companies. I don't know how they bring you in, but I can only tell you what we do at our company at this time. But life insurance is so much a must. We got to stop running from it. That's something we cannot do. Because what happens if something happened to you? Who's going to pay your life insurance? Who's going to pay for your funeral? Who's going to pay your bills that you leave behind? Of course, your family. So you don't want to leave your family in a rut. So you want to definitely get life insurance so you can leave something behind so they can take care of everything that you leave behind for them to take care of, as well as your service when you go to, if you would decide to be cremated or even just a regular burial. It all costs over $10,000. So you don't want to make your family go into a hole trying to go on GoFundMe and all these other things when you could just easily just go ahead and get your life insurance while you're young and healthy and get it at a very low price. That's the main key to life insurance. Now, we also have another option where you can put money in, get life insurance, and create wealth for yourself. So we have that option as well. So I can't go into deep detail, but those are some wonderful options we have. The whole life, once you lock into whole life, it stays the same price for the rest of your life, and it builds cash value. So you want to be very, very, very focused on getting whole life because that's what you really want to do. So you can lock that in. So this is something that I think everyone need to step into and just ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you get your life insurance. Make sure you ask questions because there's a lot of things, high risk. If you got high risk, what high risk is to us is whenever you have insulin diabetes, that they look at as a high risk. If you have cancer, they may not even give you coverage. If you have a felon, they may not give you coverage. So it's based on what level, where you're at. So those are the things you have to look at as a high risk as well. So just to give you guys an idea of how important it is to get it while you're young. Because most of the time, none of that is affecting you when you're very little and very small or coming up as 10, 20. In that age limit, you usually try to take care of yourself around that time in your life. So don't miss out. And I really want to see young people come into our company and get their own business started. It's like a self-help business. You get in and you're working for yourself. You got to prepare yourself, have everything available. They're not going to provide it for you. You got to get it yourself. So it's called a self-help, do-it-yourself kind of program. But at the same time, we walk you through it. We won't leave you hanging.
The way you spoke made it seem like there's a price difference in general, right? Like a generalization. There might be a price difference between when you get it when you're young versus a young adult versus an adult versus having some health issues versus not health issues. So does that mean like your commission varies really dramatically depending on what's going on with the situation?
Yes, it does. So if your commission is based on what you sell, If I sell to a young person, it only costs you $10 for insurance. Of course, my commission is not going to be that big. But if I sell it to an older member who waited very, very long and now they got a high risk going on, so the underwriters is the one that makes the final decision. We fill out the applications, get it all ready. We sit down with you. We talk about all your issues, if there's any, and then we turn it to the underwriters. The underwriters review everything. They make a decision if they want to make you a table 1, table 2, or just a standard. Standard means you already been approved right away and you're ready to go. Most of the time with young people, you get approved right away. There's no ifs, ands, or buts because you don't have any health issues. But with the older member, it's going to cost you a lot more because some people smoke. Some people have alcohol issues. And if your alcohol issues is pretty strong, they may deny you if you have too many DUIs. One DUI, you might be okay. But if you have more than that, that's when they start lifting up your tables and telling you how much more it's going to cost you. So you want to be very careful and hurry up and get your insurance at a very early age. So our commission is based on how much we get at the beginning from your premiums for making payments on your insurance. So be very careful. I'm going to keep saying that. And make sure that you don't have to worry about getting a big commission if you come in early. But you will get big commissions from older members who decided, I dropped my insurance, I couldn't afford it anymore. And then they find out now you really can't afford it because it's even bigger than it was when you had it before. So once you get your whole life insurance, don't lose it. Hold on to it. That's the key to it all.
So you kind of mentioned in there, the health really affecting everything between younger and adults and dropping and getting it back. Mm-hmm. So I am curious, right?
Yes.
If you had whole life insurance, can they ever drop you for any reason outside of like if you lied to them about anything?
With whole life insurance with our company, if you lied and they investigate, you may not be covered. Mm-hmm. So it's very important to tell the truth all the way through your whole application because you don't want them to catch you in any kind of lie. So you want to make sure you take good care of yourself and just tell the truth. There's nothing to lose if you tell the truth. Even if you're taking medications, tell them every medication that you're taking. I had a young lady who had lots of medications. I turned in like 10 medication listed on her application. Because of those medications weren't that strong and they weren't really going to cause her to have any bad health, they went ahead and approved her. So don't be afraid to tell people when you're taking prescription medication. It's when you don't tell the truth is when you may get denied or declined. So it's so important when you do get the job and you come in, make sure everybody's honest to you. If they say, oh, I don't have to take it anymore, that's easy to say, but did the doctor say you can't take it anymore? That's the question you need to ask. And so if the doctor said, no, I didn't say you can stop, then that's what the underwriters are looking at because they're going to check on your record with the doctors and all your records that you have at the doctor's office. They have permission to go in and check it. So don't hide anything.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So a lot of the systems in these companies work together because it seems like, okay, let me give you an oddball question.
Okay.
If you get somebody that wants life insurance and they haven't been to the doctor in 15 years.
Yes.
What do? And the last time they've been there, they had a clean record.
Yes.
So do you guys require them to go and get a physical or do you guys offer the physicals?
Well, the thing behind that's a good question because what really happens, and it has happened before where a person don't go to the doctor. We have a program where we go, it's called APPS, where they come out and do an exam at your house or where you want to meet them at their office, but they will come and do an exam if you haven't had one because they want to make sure you don't have that high blood pressure. You don't have all those things that people have that they never catch because they didn't go get their exam done. So if you pass that, then you're going to be covered and you'll be approved. If you don't, they'll let you know, okay, now the price is going to go up on you because you didn't bring to them that you had high blood pressure or you are diabetic, but you're just a type 2. So if you're a type 2, they still will cover you. You'll be approved. It's just going to be a higher price. So it's very important to go get that exam so they don't have to come and do it themselves.
They do a recheck, right?
Yes.
if they find out that maybe you had some dramatic changes in your health, can they drop you then?
No, they only go by what you said, what you went by, like at the beginning when we interviewed you and you said, we came to you and filled out the application. We said, okay, do you have high blood pressure? You say no. And they find out, oh, yeah, you do have high blood pressure. You said no to that question. That's when they start saying, well, maybe we can decline them for lying, or we'll raise the price to make sure that you get the right, whatever they consider as your premium. So if you get the right premium. And there's situations also where people give the wrong age. And then later on, they find out, oh, so the person's age is 2 years older than what they said before. Well, they will charge you for the price at what you would be at in 2 years, those 2 years. Like if you say you was 15, but you actually was 17, they're going to make your premium go up to the age 17 where it belongs. So you could be paying that fee. So you could be like 2 years in and you'll find out that the age is wrong. Well, they'll fix that and make sure, but they're not going to decline you, but they will charge you the extra fee that you need to be charged. So the key to this whole thing, be honest. That's what it's all about.
Honesty is key.
Yes.
That's really fascinating. So, I mean, as a company, you have to protect yourself.
Yes.
It makes perfect sense. I mean, I would like to say everybody wants life insurance, but too many people don't know it's even a thing.
That's right. That's true. That is true.
You can't blame them. It's a risky business. Insurance in general is risky.
Yes.
But working for them versus having it, this is a 2-for-1. This is a 2-for-1 here,
That's right.
Because we were talking about, children my age really don't have a clue.
That's true.
And just so many different ways of life. And I remember what I said, how many different insurances exist? You got your car, which is different from your motorcycle, and your other toys like an ATV and whatever else. You have your mental, renters, mortgage, health, dental, it's like all these other things going on. Right. And then you got your relationships, your personal issues, your family issues, your friend issues. And the last thing on your mind is the day you pass away and you don't have enough money for your funeral, let alone money to give back to the people that helped give to you when you were alive. I mean, it's just the last thing or not even a thing on anyone's mind.
That's right.
And kind of like what you said, I mean, if you're very lucky and you're fortunate, it could be as low as $10, could be a little bit more than that. I mean, it varies person to person, right? Mm-hmm. But how much do you spend on a bottle of alcohol or some bag of chips on a daily basis, McDonald's,
And some people get a cup of coffee. That's just as expensive. Mm-hmm. So today, a cup of coffee costs you about $7 just to get a cup of coffee. So could you imagine getting 2 cups of coffee and being able to cover yourself in life insurance? Okay, so think about that. It's worth it to come and get yourself covered. I know grandma probably took some insurance out on you, but she didn't take out a lot. She only took out enough to know that, hey, my baby gonna add some more to this insurance when they get older. Mm-hmm. So you want to thank grandma for that because now you're getting it at a cheaper price. But if grandma didn't, it's time for you to step up and make sure you're covered. Because I know if you have a job, even if it's a McDonald's job, you could afford a $20 policy. Okay, mm-hmm. So just take that time out and take care of yourself. Yes, there's some questions they will ask, and it's up to you to come in and make it right for yourself and your family, because you're doing it actually is when something happened to you. You got to leave that money behind for your family to take care of. Mm-hmm. So always think about the other person, not just yourself when you get ready to get that life insurance. What am I doing to help my family so they're not stuck with the bill?
Absolutely. It truly is an afterthought. And I wish it was a thought that's on the forefront of conversations. I wish there was enough parents out there who had the capacity to really kind of talk to their children about, okay, these are really some of the things you need to know about. If you're not going to listen to me, listen to this.
Exactly.
I would love to have been told, like, I have a policy on you.
Yes.
When you're ready, it'd be you who's going to be responsible for it.
That's
After
right.
that,
Yes. I've seen people where they get insurance on their children and they turn it over to their children, and their children like, I don't know why she gave this to me. I don't need no life insurance. And they drop it. And oh my God, that's the worst thing you could do, because she just got you some insurance for $10, $15, and $20. But you walk around like, I don't know why she gave this to me. I'm not paying this bill. Well, guess what? Once you drop that policy, you got to get a new one. And trust me, it ain't going to be $10, $15, or $20. It's going to cost you at least $40 just to get where you want to go just at the beginning. So hold on to something that your parents get for you or your grandmother. Trust me, she's doing it for you. She's not doing it for her. So hold on to whatever the family gives you. There's a reason they did that for you. Out of love, out of respect, caring. That's what it's all about.
I got another mid-sized question for you.
Okay.
So from my extremely abysmal understanding of any kind of insurance, there's a lot of factors and variations that could adjust how much you're going to be paying a month.
Yes.
It seems like right now it's really kind of just your age and your health, right?
It is.
But I am also curious, does where you live also play a factor in it? Does your ethnicity or location, education, things of that nature, does that ever play a role in it? Or is it, nope, just your age and health?
Just your age and health. They don't look at where you live and all that because that's not a factor. When the underwriters and all review, they don't know where you live. They know where you live by your address, but they don't go by that. They go by how well you take care of yourself, of course. If you're a smoker, if you're not a smoker, all those things are added into it. Even your height, your weight. If you're overweight, you're going to get a higher premium. So you want to make sure you do all the right things and come in. Just be honest. Tell them that, these are the things that's wrong with me. Term is going to be cheaper because term drops after age 75 in Minnesota. You'll get no money back. There's no cash value in term, but it's something that covers you temporarily until you change over to whole life. So whole life, it stays with you your whole life. It builds cash value. That cash value is very important to have. So if you decide, okay, this policy, I might need to do something for an emergency, well, that cash value is there for you, but you want to definitely put it back so you don't get hit with a lot of interest because it's a loan. That's what it is. Just like going to the bank, you want to put it back in there. So put it in there right away. You won't get charged with all the interest. So that's the key for whole life. Do hold on to your whole life policy. Term, you're not building anything up. You just have something to cover you while you're running around enjoying life. But when you get that whole life, you set for life. That price sets in. It doesn't go up. Now with term, one more thing I want to share with you about term. If you get a 5-year term, after 5 years, it's going to go up on you. If you get a 10-year term, after 10 years, it's going to go up on you. And it's based on your age in those 10 years. So if you're 20 and you took out the policy, now 10 years later, you're 30. Now that policy, that term is going to go up to the age that what you are at age 30. So you're better off to lock it into whole life so it don't keep going up. So that's why whole life is more important to grab onto while you're young, lock it in. That's the price it'd be for the rest of your life. I was blessed to take it out when I was 21. My policy was $21 a month. So just imagine, even at my age today, it's still $21 a month. And I was blessed to do that because my mom told me, you better get insurance while you're young. So I listened to her and I made sure my children did the same. So keep that legacy going. Make sure everybody in your family continue to get that insurance while they're young. We even have a program called 20 Pay. You're all paid up after 20 years. So you get it as a baby. When they turn 21, they're covered. And you'll have insurance to carry with you for the rest of their lives. You have something to cover them. You don't have to keep paying on it.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Look at that. These are the kind of things that really do matter. And it's who thinks about this? Not enough. And it's to the point where it's no one,
Exactly.
I wasn't aware of it. I was aware of it at one point. I can guarantee you I forgot about it. And you talking about it yesterday and the day before. And now it's kind of like the other month when you brought it up to me, it's like, I honestly forgot it was even a thing. It is that easy. It is that easy.
Easy to forget it.
And it will be something when you cross that bridge and you pass over, or somebody you love knows going to pass over, somebody's going to have to take care of the body.
That's right.
Your physical self here, and that's going to cost a lot of money.
That's right.
And think about that. Even if you spent $10 for 3 years, guess what? It cost you, what was it? Maybe like $200 in your life, in your existence at this point. But the funeral's taken care of. That's one big headache, heartache situation that's already taken care of because the money's there for that to be done with. And whatever's left, which hopefully there's enough left, you have your family there that can kind of use that, you know, if they need it.
For expenses.
How many people do we know or know of or whatever that you can think of that is behind on something?
That's right.
You know, and who knows? God forbid, you know, we all live until 186 and by then we can all live forever. I don't know. But until that happens, you know, somebody in your lifetime is going to go.
That's right.
And it's really unfortunate. But the last thing you would want to be dealing with, and that you should have the time you need to grieve, you know, think about them, not stressing over, I got to set the flowers and the flowers are going to cost this much. And then the casket. Oh, my God, the tombstones.
Yes, those are super expensive.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. The color, just the difference in color and granite could cost you another $1,000. Gray
Maybe
versus
more.
black. You got to be kidding me. And then the font could be, they will get you for every little thing.
Everything.
And imagine if all you had to do was say, listen, I want to, like you said, go ahead and walk us through that process you talked about the other day.
Regarding, when you get your life insurance, you definitely want to walk into the funeral home and say, hey, I would like to look at your packages, see what you have. Not just tell them everything you have, just let them know that you want to look at those packages that they have and you decide what you want to spend on your mother, your sister, your brother, your kids. Whatever it is up to you to make that decision. So walk in there and find out what's the cost. Because there could be, like I said, it could start at $8,000 for cremation to $10,000. It could go up to $20,000 for funerals. It depends on how you want to lay your funeral out and how much you have to spend on that funeral. And I'm pretty sure they'll work with you through the process, but you want to be in control of what you have to spend so they don't override or charge you too much. So you want to be well ready with whatever you have. So don't walk around thinking that, oh, everything's fine. We don't need no insurance. Yes, you do need the insurance. And it's so important. It really is to just think about your loved ones. If you got children, you don't want to leave your children starving and having nothing left behind for them, because then where are they going to get the money to take care of your service? So you want to definitely think strongly about that. Look at today's world. I mean, just look at what's happening today. Little kids getting shot for no reason, drive-bys, young people getting hurt. I mean, it was so bad during the pandemic when people passed from the pandemic that they started putting people in ambulance, just putting them anywhere they could put them because they didn't have no more space in the cemetery. Well, just imagine today, this is why the prices are going up, because there's hardly any space out there. But when they do have it, they want to make sure you get charged the money that you're going to get charged. It's going to go up because of that. Because there's so many people that we have lost that now I've seen people come to me and explain to me, I seen my mom, my sister, my brother, or my uncle pass. They didn't have no insurance. The whole family came together. They put the money together. It was such a struggle. Well, you don't want that to happen to you. So you want to be prepared. And to be prepared, you need to get life insurance. And I know young people, you don't understand. You want to come in and get this kind of a job because this job will teach you a lot of things about life. And it will also teach you how important it is to get that commission. The commission will grow and grow over the years, and you'll be amazed at how well you do with selling insurance to all your friends, because you're young. So I'm pretty sure the young people are going to listen to you and they'll understand the importance more if you come into the job. So take that opportunity to come in and get a job with one of our life insurance companies and just sit down and get to know it better. Testing, that's just 1 year of testing. And then after you be in there for a while, every 2 years, you got to get renewed. So you got to take the test again, but it's a different test. It's a little bit more easier when you get in there and get locked in. So don't be afraid of testing. It's not as bad as people think it is. So come on in, try it out, see how good it could be for you. And we'll walk with you. We want young people.
Thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. We really appreciate it. A special shout out to Green Screen Studios here in St. Paul, Minnesota. Listen, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, you can direct message us either on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's always going to be chocolate_espresso_. Listen, we really appreciate you. I said it once, I said it twice. I'm going to say it 1 billion times if that's what it takes. if you guys want to reach out to us, especially if you know anyone or if maybe you want to be interviewed about your job, the goal is to really teach a lot of youth about the different opportunities that are available to them. College is great. It's always going to be great. Not everybody wants to go to college, or maybe college just isn't on the table right now. So I want to push as much content that pertains to jobs and jobs that may or may not require college. Maybe you just need to network. Maybe you just got to put a lot of work into the beginning as an entry-level person. But, you know, I really look forward to producing as many interviews as I can and posting it. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.